Did you know that June is Men's Mental Health Month, or even not even Men's Health Month? Most people don't, right? Actually, it's designed and logoed or branded by like a blue ribbon. Most people don't understand that. They don't understand why is there a month dedicated to men's health and or men's mental health, but why is it also forgotten about? Now, is it, after talking a little bit and thinking a little bit with one of my mentors and my best friend, we talked a little bit more about why people forget these things. It's not that we forget it, it's not that we're ignoring it, and really took a lot of time for me to understand that. And I'm sure you feel the same way, or you may feel the same way too after thinking about this. Is that it's the beginning of the summer, right? There's a lot of other things like the end of the school year, getting ready for vacations, Mother's Day, Father's Day, July 4th, Memorial Day. There's other factors that are way more important to other people than men's mental health. And the reason I want to talk about it today is not because I want to shame you or be like, this is what you need to do in order to be this or to be that. No, it's to educate you that, yeah, Men's Mental Health Month is in June. And that's it. And now, for those of you that may have mental health issues or mental health illnesses, subscribe now if you can, because this channel is dedicated to that. But even more so, take it to the next level. Maybe understand a little bit more about what this month is about. Nice and easy, right? Let's not get crazy. Let's not be like bringing flags out and start going out into the streets and I don't know the word. I can't protesting that this is Men's Mental Health Month. No, it's just something that I believe that people need to be aware about, because most of the time in the hustle and bustle of trying to think of the other things like working out, losing weight for the summer, you already feel bad about yourself because maybe you didn't get there yet. Who cares about Men's Mental Health Month or even Men's Health Month? But I do. And that's it. Even me, I have to be reminded that this is the month, because months go so fast. Everything goes by so quickly. But again, this is the reason we're here today. And how can we make June a little bit more special for men that might need it, or the men that do need it but might hide away from it? And that's today's podcast, episode number 161. It is impromptu 161 on a Tuesday. I'm throwing it out there. Why? Because I really just need to talk. And that's it. I really need to talk about what it is I'm going through, because it's getting tough for me right now. And usually that's what the podcast and this channel is about, is to live through my experiences, and maybe you can relate. And if you can relate, definitely subscribe, because this is all I talk about. I'm not here to show you ways. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm not someone that's like, hey, you should do this and try this and this is the medication. No, I don't live that way. This is what happens to me. And hopefully somewhere down the line, it will help someone out so it doesn't happen to them, or at least makes it a little bit easier. So thank you guys for coming out today. And I'm going to start by saying the reason this podcast is happening on a Tuesday is not for an algorithm. It's not for a YouTube secret. It is because I honestly don't know what to do, because my brain is so fucking caught up right now. And if you don't know, it's your first time on the channel, I live with bipolar. I found out that I was bipolar a couple years ago. Ended up being suicidal, ending up trying to take my own life, ending up in the hospital. And this is where I'm at now. Long story short, with bipolar, you do have your mania and then you have your depression. And right now I'm hitting a depressive state. I didn't really know, because I haven't felt one so strong in a long time. Usually have a couple swings where it's like, all right, not bad. I can handle it. These past couple days have been very, very difficult. And mainly because I don't know, maybe we went on vacation, right? Visited New Jersey like we normally do, went to New York City, met some people, it was great. Went to Punta Cana, that's in Dominican Republic, went to a resort and chilled out with my family. It wasn't stressful. And then I came back. And I don't know if it was just because the turn of things and just getting back into the swing of things, it triggered the depression. To the point where I'm Googling, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel like I can't get up? You ever take a nap and like wake up unexpectedly, or even like you wake up, you're like, where the fuck am I? Like, where am I? And your body just feels like it's still dead and asleep, but your eyes are awake, and then you just kind of feel sick. That's what I feel like. And I thought maybe I ate something wrong, or it was an allergy, or was, because I do live with other types of food sensitivities that do mess me the fuck up. And I thought it was one of those. So I'm researching, looking at everything I ate the past 3 days. Did I do this? Did I eat anything wrong? Anything different than I normally do eat? No, nothing. I just am going to start going through a depressive state in this cycle. And having bipolar, it's really hard and or challenging to manage both levels. I am presently on lithium, 600 milligrams 2 times a day. It's a lot, or maybe 600 milligrams total. I'm not remember. I take 2 pills a day, and I make sure I take them all the time. But that really manages the mania, right? And those manic moments where, like, I feel like I'm a superhero. It doesn't allow me to feel that way. No. Ow, motherfucker! The fuck was that? So I tried a new backdrop, guys. You can't. All right. So this is my soundboard. Oh my god. So these blocks are gonna start falling. Look, there's one. They're gonna start falling all over the place. Look, watch. This is live, by the way. Thanks, live. I'm gonna stick that back up there. A little foam. Hopefully another one doesn't fucking fall on my head, because that would it didn't hurt. I just surprised the shit out of me. But that's just a perfect example of like how I feel and how life feels like it's just beating me down right now. And I'm not here for sympathy. I'm not here to make myself feel good. This lighting actually looks pretty good, so I'm going to keep it. Thanks. I changed the direction of the podcast to kind of see what this would look like. I kind of like it, but at the same time, shit's falling on my head. But it's a perfect example of like life just falling all over the place, things falling apart, things being torn down, things you don't want to happen are happening. Now, here's the tip that we can go for right now. Here's what I'm going to focus on in these times of feeling this way. And that's not focus on that stuff, right? It happened. It fell. Something just fell on my fucking head. Dust went all over the place. And now there's a fantastic light, like a soul. Look, like there's a soul. Oh, and that thing flew off now. It's the best podcast ever. And just make light of it. You know why? Because I took a picture of a something I saw. It was like fighting mental health. It was on Instagram early this morning. It just says it's gonna pass. Right? All this shit that you're feeling, all these negativities that you're experiencing, all the thoughts and the craziness that are going through my head, they're not gonna last forever. Which means I know that me being out there and not being able to do stuff, it's not going to last forever. So I don't want to beat myself up on that. And if you if you guys just joined on to the live, please comment. Let me know you're here, because some shit just happened. Where see this backdrop, it started falling on top of me. So on top is where I covered the windows, and it fucking started dropping on my head. This huge cardboard thing or wooden thing just dropped on my head, and all the other stuff started popping through. Just hang on, because I'm going to go through this one really fast if I can find it. I want to read it to you, okay? Because it's pretty important for us to kind of understand this one. And if I know, I can't remember what it said exactly. Shit, and it's not here. I guess it's gone. I guess I didn't save it. So I thought I did. I did not, but maybe I took a screenshot of it. But it talks about everything that we've done to. Oh, I take a screenshot. Okay, so it's from Fight Through Mental Health. It's an account on Instagram. When your mental health isn't the best state, give yourself a break. Don't feel guilty for the things you can't do. Normal things like eating, sleeping, socializing may be difficult, and it's okay to struggle. Rest, recover, be kind to yourself, and know that bad times are temporary. It's the best one. I even commented on. I rarely comment on people's stuff on Instagram, but this one I was like, I really do thank you for this one, because I needed it today. because I feel sick. Like I feel like I have the flu. I feel like I can't move my body. My body hurts, my joints hurt, but I didn't even do anything. Like there's nothing I even did that was very strenuous for me to feel that sore. But there's times where we're going to feel that way, and we're going to have a tough time getting off the couch. We're going to have a tough time getting out of bed. We're going to have a tough time trying to go to work or even manage the day. Right? I'm in charge of 2 children who I'm irresponsibly putting them on Nintendo right now because I just need a moment to talk irresponsibly. But I can't feel guilty about that because I also have to take care of myself. I have to do something right now in order to perform some type of self-care. This is self-care to me. Right? This is why I make videos. This is why I do live streams. This is why I do all this stuff because I need this avenue to talk. Right? A lot of people use therapy, and I use therapy too. I have a great therapist, and I have a psychologist, and a psychiatrist, and I have all these fucking people lined up. But nothing to me feels better than just turning on the camera and talking to other people that may relate. And if you do relate, please give me a thumbs up on the comment section because it's important to know that you also struggle inside this wonderful world of depression, anxiety, bipolar. Because a lot of times I feel like I'm just by myself. A lot of times I feel like I'm alone. A lot of times I feel like no one understands me, especially the people around me, even though they do. I can't say they don't because they're still here supporting me no matter what. But for the most part, that's what it feels like. It feels like, usually I edit this out in the video because I always get a left nostril booger. It just feels like shit, if you can say it, if you just get an easy word for it. Because you don't want to see people see you struggle. You don't want to see people see you as weak. You don't want to see people see you as XYZ. And that's our ego. And most men, especially men, have the ego of toughing things out. Tough it out. Don't be a P. It's called a pussy. Don't be a little bitch. Get up and do your thing. True. True. Absolutely true. I think you can hide it for a certain period of time, but at some point in time, you're going to have to express it. I'm not saying don't be strong. I'm not saying don't be a lion. I'm not saying don't be a tiger. I'm not saying any of that stuff. What I am saying is that you have to find a place and time where lions can talk together, where tigers can be. I don't even know if a tiger is relevant in this. In this, a gorilla. I don't know what else these alpha males use as a symbol of an example of strong. Whatever it is, let them chat. Because that counts as therapy. I'm not saying it's wrong to be tough. I love being tough. And after this, wow, I got it. I don't know what's going on here today. So, if you want to say that the world didn't want you to podcast today, this would be the day, but I'm going to fight it. Another panel is going to fall off. Something is going to fall on top of my head. The Wi-Fi just cut out. Now I'm using a personal hotspot, which I've never done before. So I'm probably using up all the data, which is fine. Which is fine to me. But I will even say the one thing that I want you all to walk away with is not understand that it's Men's Mental Health Month or that it's Men's Health Month. I don't want you to wear a blue ribbon when you're out there. All I want you to do is be aware that it's okay to feel like shit. That it's okay to not feel okay. That it's okay to not feel good. And the most important walk away from this one is don't feel guilty about it. Because right now I feel like the guiltiest. I feel like I've killed many people in my life. That's how guilty it feels, but that's how guilty I usually feel all the time. But for me to put my kids on a Nintendo right now in order to podcast, in order for me to feel better, I feel guilty. But they don't care. They're fine, right? I know they're safe. I could see them. I could watch them. I could hear them. So why do I feel guilty about taking care of myself? And a lot of times I do that whenever I want to work out. I want to go do jujitsu. I want to go for a run. I want to do something. I feel guilty about leaving my family. I feel guilty about doing something for myself. But I want you to know that's okay to feel that way, but also that it's okay to do the things that you want to do in order to feel better. We're not going to cure this stuff in a day. We're not going to cure in a month. You're not going to cure in a year. But there's 3 things that I will definitely suggest for you to do in order to feel good, at least daily, and at least be 80% of the time you feel like 0. Get moving, work out. Get out, get up, walk. It's hard. It's going to be the hardest thing. Hardest thing ever was me getting off the fucking couch right now. Getting off the couch when we're watching We Were Heroes, and I just want to stay there the entire time. I want to stay there because I felt like I had the flu. I feel like I have the flu, where your body doesn't respond. It just feels like I'm super weak. My joint hurts. So I'm just laying there thinking that I have a fever. Right, but I don't. I Googled, do I have shingles? Do I have this? I don't. I'm going through a depressive state. And bipolar, that's what happens. But my biggest thing is just to force yourself to get up. Get up and do something. Mop the floor with your foot. That's what my mom does. So that she counts as exercise. I count it as exercise. I'll start sweeping and I'll start mopping the floor with my foot and a rag, right? Basic Filipino Asian style, but my heart rate does get up. I'm not up here trying to bench press or no, I'm just getting up and moving. Number 2, find an outlet to express yourself. Talk to a friend, talk to someone, talk to a therapist, make a video, write it out, journal. I don't care. What's your expression? Dance. If your expression is jogging, that's a combination of both. What's your way to express yourself? Express yourself before you start to depress yourself. And we always say that expression is key. How are you going to express yourself? By drawing, by writing, by working out, by talking. Express the emotions that you have inside because it's going to fucking kill you if not. And a lot of people lose that. And that's why we do get depressed, right? Because we don't get to do the things we want. We end up taking a job we didn't like. So now we're worried about the job for 12 hours a day. Now we don't care about the things that we want to do. And now we're fucking depressed. And now we feel anger, resentment, guilt, shitty, even suicidal for some people. Because you take away that special part about you that you never, ever get to see anymore. That's fucking pretty depressing. Find it and do it. Whatever it is. Number 3, find people in your life that love you. Done. Find people in your life that you could think about. And they got your back no matter what. That's love. The feeling that just punched me inside my heart, inside my chest, inside my throat. That's where I know I have people that love me. Because I could think about them and it makes me cry. Of me thinking about them, thinking about me, thinking about crying. And that's where we're going to go with that. See you guys later. Thanks for coming out. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you soon. Mental Mobility Podcast, episode number 161. We're on the out phase of this falling apart set. If you haven't watched it, go back and shit was falling my head.